Hi everybody. I would have done this about 4 or 5 days ago, but I just didn't have enough boring. And then I tried to do it again yesterday, but the kiddos were up, and I'm pretty sure you can guess how well that went over. Um, Things are actually doing quite well. Mr. J did actually call back, and he sent us some help because he's Mr. J and he's awesome. And he apologized because he hadn't been receiving the messages. He hasn't been home as often, but he sent along some help, and he said he was more than happy to do so. I mean, I told him, I said I've been out of work for like a month and a half, and we tried to do all this without calling you, which we got fussed at about. But he called on the 4th, and it actually came yesterday, so we've still got the roof over our heads. We're actually going to be keeping it. Work is going great. They're talking about moving me posts again because the post I'm at is, well, rather boring. Let's put it this way. Laura did 5 prompts for the writing, for the writing Mimi that it's a little quiz thing that I did last week. And I managed to write all of them on Friday night before I had to shut down my post and go to another post halfway through the night. So yeah, I managed to write all of them in like 1 or 2 hours, just to let you know how sleepy that post is. So they're talking about moving me patrols, where basically I'd be giving everybody a break on their posts, which means I'd have to learn every post, but I really don't think that the overall manager seems to think I'll have much of a problem with that. I have a couple of issues with the guards at the gates because it's a badge system. You have to be able to get in, and the badge system has been up and down, and they've been having issues letting me in through the gate. So I do believe she's going to be talking with them about that because they've been seeing my face for the last week. They know who I am. It's not like I knocked somebody out who had the exact uniform I needed, my exact size, and just decide to mug them and get in the gate to do, I don't know, whatever. Jack is coming along great. Actually, he's a little roly-poly beast, and he's kind of fuzzy, and he is really, really sweet. He actually has eyes. You can see where he has eyes. The second eyelid has slowly receded, which means he's getting better. And he's fuzzy, he's adorable, and he's bouncy like a kitten is supposed to be. Jaden has a couple of issues with him. I think it was because Jack, for a day or two, was all and didn't want to move a whole lot. And then all of a sudden, here's a kitten that bounces everywhere. I really don't think Jaden knew quite how to deal with that. But he's slowly getting used to the kitty. Ronan adores the kitty. Oh my god. And then on top of adoring the kitty, oh my god, my dearest eldest is doing so much better with reading and all of that, which, oh my god, you have no idea. His school, I honestly don't know why we bother to send him to school, because not only do they not identify or even come close to identifying what his problems are, it seems like they almost didn't try. And the last month of him and I sitting down and reading before bedtime, it seems that we've accomplished more in furthering him with his reading skills than they had all year. I'm not really sure what to think of that. We have heard back from the institute that's supposed to be doing an evaluation for him. So I'm hoping here soon we'll have a way to actually identify and deal with his disabilities and get him on the right road. I want the best for him. I know he's smart, and I want him to have the best opportunities. And the best way to do that is for us to know how to handle his different mood swings and this, that, and the other, because the old ways weren't working, and we adapt as we can. But we pretty much do the same thing he does. We adapt based on behavioral indicators. Little things like, facial expressions, this, that, and the other. We have to go off of body language and everything else with him, because sometimes what comes out of his mouth is not what he's actually thinking. So it can be a little bit difficult to work with, but I know we'll get there. Like I said, just loads of boring. The Writing Mimi is still open for anybody who'd like to leave prompts. I had loads of fun with them. And I'm still, getting the muse slowly working again. She's kind of stunned because, first there's like depression, horror, and despair on the wrong side of the screen. And then all of a sudden everything's okay, and I think she's confused. I have a lot that I have to work on. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make Gen Big Bang again this year. Maybe the third year will be the charm. But Perceptions will be getting written before the year's end. I am determined on this. Other than that, I got a fantastic present. People who know my obsessions. It's a TARDIS teapot. And look, it's 11's TARDIS teapot. So, I now have something to make proper tea in. I even have the loose leaf that you gave me, Lord. I will be using that. I don't know if I can quite brave the British way and not use T-ball, but I promise if you do come by to visit, I'll work on it. I promise. But I don't know, I have this thing about just dumping tea leaves at the bottom of a pot and just, oh, it's going to make tea. Tea balls have always been, it's an American thing. It's just, we're weird and obviously blasphemous when it comes to tea. But I will be making a lot of tea. So it is sitting in a place of honor along with my little coffee press. So I'll probably be using it a lot because, I do love a good cup of tea. Like I said, full of boring. We've got a home covered, we've got work covered, we've got fan fiction covered, and we've got awesome things from my good girl covered. Other than that, we'll definitely be surviving. We've still got bills pouring in, which is no big surprise to me. I've read several good fan fictions. I'm kind of hoping, that at some point in time they'll let up on this whole Kindle can't come to work thing, because I've been storing a lot of fan fictions on Kindle since I don't have access to a computer where I can read fan fiction online. Other than that, like I said, the pay is crap. I don't get access to the net, but it's 6 miles away. I'm still making money. And that's all I really worry about right now. We're pretty content, pretty happy, and I think that's the reason why me and the Muse are kind of stunned right now. There's no feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Everything's going so well, it's kind of spooky. So normally there would be that feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But it's like we're too stunned, me and the Muse, to comprehend anything right now. I'm not used to life working out. So keep your fingers crossed for me. I will be posting again soon. I'm sorry my post has been so erratic. I'm sorry my comments and everything have been so erratic. I'm just kind of floating on a state right now because, being out of work for a month and a half, then all of a sudden regular work again, and having to relearn everything, when it comes to guarding, because I haven't done that for a couple of years. And then having to learn, each post as they play Ring Around the Rosie with me. It's kind of disconcerting, needless to say. So bear with me. Hopefully I'll be making things a little bit more regular soon. But until then, this is the post. Be kind to each other. Be good to yourselves. And I will talk to you all soon.